All right, Geo Space. Welcome aboard. This is your agenda video for October 19th, 2020. This is the week that we are transitioning to hybrid learning, in-person learning, and so it is a bit of a transition, which we will make it through, which means that I don't see every class this week, which means that also this class is going to be a little bit light as far as work is concerned, although there is an assignment for you to do. And so if you have found this YouTube video, congratulations, you are in the right spot. This is where the most up-to-date information for the week's work will be found every week from here on out. Even though I have been making these every week, most people probably haven't watched them. But now you will watch them. I will make you watch them. So we are going to be taking a little bit of a closer look at the scale of the universe this week. Stepping away from stars, we've understood now how massive stars are, especially when compared to small, tiny things like our planet Earth. But there are many other things that exist in the universe, right? Larger objects even, or sometimes related to stars, but what stars reside within. And so the way that we are going to look at that scale is with an activity. And it's going to be completely 100% asynchronous. Again, because I will only see some of you guys in person this week. Those that are meeting in person, I will be able to walk through and give you details. However, those that I will not see in person need to use this detailed video. So here we go. Here's the post this week. From henceforth, I will always be putting View the Weekly Agenda YouTube video below for specific instructions. We are still trying to understand the size, scale, and age of the universe. And so the way we're doing it this week is by looking at something called the powers of 10. And then we're going to have some fun with this website called the Scale of the Universe. Okay, so first, what is a power of 10? It is actually a mathematical representation of size, right, or amount. It is the basic understanding that you can take 10, the number, and you can put it to a power, right? 10 to the first power, 10 to the second power, and that equals a certain number. Okay, so if you look at a chart of the powers of 10, you have your the name in English of that size of number. You have the common notation, meaning adding all the zeros. You have your math notation, right? More commonly referred to probably as scientific notation when you start adding details to it. But what we're looking at is scale, which means that you can change the scale of something by adding these powers of 10, right? So if you take 10 to the 0 power, you have 1 of something, right? I have 1 finger. If I put that 10 to the first power, mathematically, I then have 10 of something. If I put that 10 to the second power, all of a sudden, I'm at 100. And then it keeps going up, right? What we would call exponentially. Okay, so if you go up to 10 to the second, you're at 100. 10 to the third, 1,000. 10 to the sixth, 1 million. Okay, so very quickly, just by adding a power of 10, you get into much, much larger or many, many, many more things. Okay, so we can look at this visually, and this is what you're going to be doing this week. In class, I'm probably going to show these. So if you are in period 2 or 8, don't bother watching these videos. I'm linking this so that period 5 can watch these. This is a classic way of viewing scale. Morgan Freeman announces for us. This allows you to kind of zoom out, starting at 10 to the 0, and you would keep moving out. Okay, so in short, that is what a power of 10 is. Your activity this week is going to be this Scale of the Universe activity. And so you will each have a copy of this document. The directions are clear, but I'm going to walk you through them. you're going to go to this website called The Scale of the Universe. You're going to open it up. You will have to enable Flash in order for it to work. You might have to hit allow. If that doesn't pop up, you may have to also click this little lock button and make sure that your Flash is allowed. Okay. Then you can start the activity, or start this website. This is very neat because it compares the size of things. So for example, we start at 10 to the 0 meters, which is 1 meter. Okay, 1 meter across is maybe like 3 feet-ish or so, right? So we can compare that circle of 1 meter to things that we know about, like a basketball. Or like, here's an inch ruler, right? 12 inches compared to 1 meter is the circle. You're going to use this website to fill out this document, the Scale of the Universe document. So first you want to explore the website. You can zoom in and out, right? Zooming out to the right, passing some big things, giant things, impossible to understandably large things. Whoa. So explore, okay? Then restart the site so that you can get back to 1 meter. And then you're going to fill out this chart with your choices of what an example would be given the power of 10, given the relative size. Okay, so if you notice, the first 1 meter is given to you. I took a picture of a hummingbird and a basketball, and then I have to also fill in how many meters that number is, how many zeros are associated with it, right? So the next one would be 1 kilometer. So if I can get myself, I'll refresh this website so I can get back to it. So I'm going to fill in the first box here. If I can zoom out to 1 kilometer, I'll see the circle. There it is. So this is 1 kilometer diameter, which is the distance across the circle. And my directions say to insert pictures that represent the power. So I'm going to actually open up my snipping tool, and I'm going to choose things that are approximately compared to 1,000 meters. So I can go to Window. Make sure you guys can see this. I guess I got to move this whole thing. Oh, I don't know if you can see my window. If I'd open up Windows, I would start typing in snipping tool. Open it up. You can hit New. You can also use the snip and sketch, same idea. New. Highlight, let's say the Hoover Dam is automatically here. I can copy this picture. I can go into my Scale of the Universe, and I can paste it into the first box. So there's an example image of Hoover Dam. Need to find something else that's about that size. Let's do the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's probably easier to slide to get the perfect spot. Snipping tool, New. Highlight the pyramid. Copy it. Go to my document, paste it. And then I have my meters already put in there. A megameter, I've got to zoom out to find, right? Whoa, went past it. There it is. 10 to the 6th, it's given to me 1 million meters. So my next step would be to fill in 1 million meters. And then I do the same thing. I'd find something that's relatively that size. Okay, that is the week's activity. Okay, you will move through this entire document, starting by going big. You're going to keep zooming out to larger and larger things. Then you'll reverse direction, and you'll start going small. zoom in. But the same idea applies, right? Instead of going out, you're going in. You'll answer these questions, and then you'll hit turn in. And that is the week. That is the transition week. Okay, with any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I believe I'm going to be putting these YouTube outs weekly with detailed instructions about what we're doing all week. And so get used to viewing them. And then I will see you guys, at least many of you, in class, if not this week, at the beginning of next. So reach out if you need help.